So what's up with that, Joe? You're
you're
out
right.
of touch with your own tradition.
Well, I mean, see, this is why then I like, the part of the progressive movements of Judaism that I admire is that they do try to then...
Not put down others.
They do try to not put down others.
Not enjoy it.
Oh, you're right. Well, but the problem I have is that they're not... they're also, I feel like, being dishonest about the past of the tradition and what it once meant, and they're also being dishonest about their own... They're trying to be pure. They're not just trying to... Hey, Judaism. What am I going to do with you?
So,
all right. Well,
let me read you something.
Yeah. And let me just say, Joey has a. Wait, let me see. Oh,
right.
Joey has a mustache on his back.
Someone said that?
Yeah. Joey has a mustache on his back. Isn't there? I will tell you that I was thinking
what does
about
that mean?
What I don't know, but I suppose maybe metaphorically. But anyway, what you said earlier actually is true about the song, and why do I give a shit? You're right. I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, that was just earlier he was saying Joey can't carry a tune. Right. And then I was saying, oh well, yeah, you named the tune. Why do you give a shit? That was actually insightful. It's true.
Okay. Okay. So God asks Abraham to get circumcised, and Abraham hesitates. When commanded to offer up his long-awaited son, his heir, Abraham marches forward like a knight of faith. But here in this test of circumcision, Abraham questions, if circumcision is so precious, why was it not given to Adam? Why isn't this a universal command? Why is this command only being given to Abraham and his descendants? He worries that this new status will jeopardize his universal mission, setting him apart from those he had hoped to impact. Fears this will put an end to his stream of visitors. God's response is telling, I will visit you and that is enough. Your relationship with me is more important. And
interesting.
This is by Rabbi Ari Kahn, Kahn. So Abraham's given this universal mission. He's to bring the world to God. In the next breath, he's told to perform circumcision, which creates boundaries, will forever separate Abraham and his descendants from all others.
Right.
So in one fell swoop, the universal vision and the narrow parochial particular approach, Abraham is confused. How can he impact the entire world when he must first perform an act of self-mutilation that people will view as grotesque?
Right.
Apparently what Abraham still lacks is holiness, Kedushah, which is literally rendered as set apart. This separateness is a new phase for Abraham, and not one to which he would have come without God's command. This separateness may be seen as that which contradicts Abraham's innate attribute of kindness.
Which contradicts his attribute of kindness?
Yeah, well, it's not easy for it.
Right.
So our world is not so different from that of Abraham and Sarah.
No.
The world still lacks holiness. By observing the commandments, both those we understand and those that seem to us paradoxical, we add holiness to our lives. We set ourselves on a higher rung, and as holiness accrues, we will find our spiritual, ethical, and social abilities exponentially increased, and thus our ability to effect change and fix a broken world. Now, you're kind of like Abraham of this interpretation, in that you're not so thrilled with the commandments that set us apart from the Goyim.
Well, okay.
Particular stuff. Like that you can't eat in a non-kosher restaurant.
Right.
How do you feel about circumcision? Do you think it's a barbaric, grotesque
No, I don't.
Mutilation?
I don't. No, I don't have a problem with circumcision. I think. I mean, I will circumcise my kids. I think that
even if they're female, you'll lop off the clitoris.
Especially, I don't want them going around skanking it up and stuff like that.
Right, yeah.
No, but no. I mean, I don't. But that's very interesting because I don't have a problem with separateness. Mm-hmm. In fact, I think that the wisdom that I get out of that is that he's concerned that his stream of visitors will stop if he's different. Mm-hmm. No, the reality is that constantly chasing after conformity prevents you from having, I think, real friends and real... you have to be comfortable in your own difference and not monitoring how it is relative to other people or concerned about it before you can really relate to one another as who they are.
Right.
So I think individuality is the route to true community. Because individuals, but I guess the problem I have there is that he's saying you're setting yourself on a higher rung by separating yourself.
You don't like that, do
Well,
you?
I just don't think it's true. And I don't think it's necessary.
It's not as high as Oriental Baptists, that's for sure.
Well, they're not higher. All right, they're not high. I mean, look, those aspects of the Christian tradition that I admire and maybe idealize in certain respects, it's just they're not. That's not higher either. It's just you're separate. You have to be, and I think you have to surrender the fantasy of superiority. It doesn't really matter. It's just you're different. You're who you are, and that's fine. And other people get to be who they are, and that's fine too.
Saying I'm okay, you're okay.
Actually, yeah. I mean, that kind of hits it. But yeah, I'll leave it there. But I guess the parts of the Jewish tradition I don't like are that the separateness. It's not that I have a problem with separateness. Okay, I think we're hitting something fundamental for me. I have the problem that the separateness seems to always come in the scripture with superiority and with contempt for and that just seems to me at the very least unnecessary. Because why? Like, other people have their own gig. Like,
but they bow to vanity and emptiness and pray to a God which helps not.
That's their problem. I mean, like, isn't it? So that's their problem. Maybe they'll figure it out. Maybe they won't. But and you can suggest things to them, but you can't like get all in a tizzy and running around telling them like. And this is my negative impulse that I've had to overcome is to go up to them because I had part of a compulsive helper in me thing at one point. Oh, I got to sort you out. You're going to be okay. Well, fuck me. Well, this is their thing, man. Like, and I'm not like it's not my place to do that. And if you know, so it's but so that's bad enough. The helper who wants to help the person who's different from them can be problematic enough. The one who wants to smite down the person who's different from them, I don't think that's.
Well, you're not supposed to go out and murder people who are different.
No, well, you are supposed to obliterate their cities and their wives and cattle.
3,000 years ago, but we're not supposed to do that today.
No.
Because
the ways of peace won't allow it.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Because then they'll get mad. So right. I mean, it's true. I mean, like, come on.
Would you break the Sabbath to save the life of a non-Jew?
Yes. And you know what? And I would do it even if there were no other Gentiles watching. Not one of them. It was just me and Benny and Maish, and we were sitting there, and there was some Gentile like choking on a thing, and we were all like, no one would even know we were here. We could get away. I still would say, you know what? I'm going to call an ambulance anyway. Like for real. I don't even care about the way. It's not even the ways of peace. Like, isn't that badass? And now I am good.
Well, that's like a pretty good note to end on, unless you have anything that you'd like to add.
No, this was very good. I've got nothing else to contribute. Thank you.
Peace out.
Peace out.